Starting with the introduction to Bitcoin. So the first question that comes to everyone's mind is what exactly Bitcoin is. Does it have its real existence? So no, it's absolutely no. It is not having any physical value, any real existence. You can refer it as cryptocurrency, virtual currency, or digital currency. Now you can understand it like an online version of currency that is being traded among people, and that is how it's gained its value over this period of time, over the years. So back in 2009 when it was started by anonymous group of people, it was having very low value, we can say what we call as a penny value, but over these years it has gained a lot and thus given a higher returns. So this is what makes it highly volatile in nature. Now Bitcoin has given higher returns, which means that it is highly risky as well. So people have lost a lot of amount in this particular investment option as well, and they have even earned a greater returns in shorter period of time. So this is more like for trading purpose in shorter period of time, a speculative investment where you can earn higher returns in a shorter period of time, again because there is little involvement of any regulatory authority or any government. So there is more transactions being happen in this particular cryptocurrency across the globe. People are being connected over a network. Now it has given high returns whenever it has been favorable. It is peer-to-peer Bitcoin network. So to understand this, let's understand how our capital market or other investment avenues work. So when we are investing in shares or equities, it is being governed through SEBI in India. So it is being governed through SEBI, and when we are investing in any banking investment options like deposits and all, it is being governed through RBI. Other than that, when we are investing in government securities, it is being governed exactly through the government. So there is always a regulatory authority or government involvement whenever you are transacting, whenever you are investing, to keep an eye on your investments, to keep an eye on all the trading activities. But when we talk about Bitcoin, it is not having any regulatory authority. It is not having any involvement of any government over it. So this is how it is connected peer-to-peer. So it has been connected across the people, across a larger network, lakhs of computers, and what we call peer-to-peer Bitcoin network. So it is not centralized. This is the concept of decentralization. So all the computers are connected, lakhs of computers, or it would be more easier to say networks are connected together. So whenever one person make transaction in this particular Bitcoin by buying or selling, there is no particular record being maintained by the government which can be used at any particular period of time. So this is what has been made this as a popular investment option, where people have joined over the time and they have been doing a lot of transaction, which has made it highly volatile, giving high returns and also highly riskier. Now let's see this data, which is for year 2020, means this year only. From January to December, it has given an return of about 166 to 167% approx. So this was very high return in just a shorter period of time, which is only for 1 year. And this is how Bitcoin, what makes Bitcoin more attractive to investors these years, because it is providing a lucrative option to earn higher returns in a shorter period of time. So yesterday its value was, one Bitcoin was equal to 13,93,600 rupees. Now you can buy and sell it through apps and websites which are providing this option, which are acting as a transaction platform for Bitcoin. Now here I have seen this value in rupee. You can check it in dollar or any other currency also. The data has been collected from Morningstar for this currency and all. Okay, so how does this exactly work? Now, each Bitcoin is basically a digital currency, as we already learned about it. So it is stored in a digital wallet of app or website. So whenever you purchase, you may be purchasing 1 unit of Bitcoin, but it is too costly. So these apps also provide you option to purchase in parts of 1 unit of Bitcoin. So even if you are having a lower investment amount of about rupees 500, you can still make transaction in Bitcoin. You can get the part of Bitcoin because it is, as I already mentioned, it is virtual currency. It is not having like any physical existence. So you can buy it in parts as well with whatever investment amount you are able to pay. So it's minimum about 500, I guess, and you would be getting some part of 1 Bitcoin unit. So that would be stored in the digital wallet of app or website from where you would be making the transaction, from where you have registered your account. Now, investors can transact in Bitcoins by selling and buying through digital wallets. So how does this work is similar, totally similar to how any other investments of what we say stock exchanges work. So you buy, you sell, there are a lot of people connected together, and that's how the value is derived. More demand, there would be more value of one particular unit. There would be lesser demand, then the value will fall. So in the same concept, the same way it works, you would be given the option of buy and sell. So by clicking on buy option, you can purchase this Bitcoin. By clicking on sell option, you can sell this Bitcoin. What you need to do is add money to the digital wallet. And for adding money, you would be provided with different options like UPI, NEFT, RTGS, etc. So these platforms provide you different options to add money to the digital wallet and then make the transactions through buying and selling of Bitcoins, and that is how you earn your profit. Every single transaction is recorded in a public list called the blockchain. So as I already mentioned that it is not having any regulatory authority or government to look after, so it is not centralized. It is what we call decentralized, connected over lakhs of network together, where peer-to-peer network, what we say. Now this is what we call blockchain also. So every single transaction, the record is not available to the government or any authority. The record is spread among the computer networks. Now, how to buy Bitcoins? So there are several apps like JetPay, Unocoin, CoinSecure, etc. These are some examples of the apps which you can use to transact in Bitcoins using online payment mediums, as I already mentioned. So what you would be providing would be your address proof, your PAN card, and any validity. So all these things would be checked, and then you would be ready to register your account and start transacting in Bitcoins like any other investment option works. Funds to buy these can be transferred from your bank account using NEFT, RTGS, debit, credit card, etc. So all these options would be available. Now these companies functions and cryptocurrency exchanges. So they are providing you a platform where you can enable easy selling and buying option, and thus liquidity is maintained in this particular investment option. Now one is required, what I was talking about, to complete the KYC process. So they require KYC process, and this is not for Bitcoin purpose. This information is collected by the app or the website which you would be using. So these particular apps and websites, they collect your information like KYC process, your address proof, your PAN card, your bank account details, etc. for verification. So all these details would be maintained with the apps and the websites, and not particular, it's linked to the Bitcoin investment. Now let's talk about legality. So is it legal in India? It is currently legal to purchase Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies in India, but when we talk in previous time, it was also illegal. Many a times government makes it illegal to make transactions in Bitcoin. Right now, from the last year, it has been legal to purchase these cryptocurrencies in India. But again, as I said, government decide whether to make it legal or illegal, so it can change. It is not for sure going to be legal for coming future period of time as well. After the Supreme Court verdict in March this year, the prohibition on dealing in cryptocurrency by RBI was lifted. Okay, so this year only this prohibition of dealing in this cryptocurrencies was lifted. Before that, it was prohibited, and many a times it was considered as an illegal investment option. So, however, there is still no regulatory body to govern the functioning of these virtual currencies. Or I already mentioned it many a times that there is no regulatory body governing the functioning of these virtual currencies. But as of now, we can say that it is legal and you can make transactions in this particular cryptocurrency. But again, you need to be very sure that you are just making these investments with the extra amount that you are having, so that it does not disturb your daily finances. Whatever extra amount you are having, you can try it to earn a greater return percent in shorter period of time, and keep it as a short term investment option, and don't get into trap of it, so that you maintain this it does not influence you, it does not burden you, because you can see there is a lot of problem related to its regulatory, its legality. So one cannot be very sure about it for longer period of time and for larger investment amount. So you need to keep a check on it.
This was all for the video. Thank you so much. I would especially like to thank Sanjeev Gautam and Blanche Griggs. Thank you so much for joining our membership program. It's an immense pleasure to have you both as our member. Keep on the support. Thank you, guys.